In this tutorial, we're going to be looking at the AI features that are built into Template Studio, and we're going to be creating this simple t-shirt. The first feature I'll show you is the AI Studio, which we can use for visualizing how our products might look in reality. We start by taking a screenshot. It takes a capture of the 3D window, and then we can use that for a virtual try-on. So I want a barista in a posh cafe. Press Create. In this case, the prompt is looking for a person and a situation. It could be a football player on a field. It could be a volleyball player on the beach. And here we have it. This can be used to present a concept to a potential customer. It can also be used in e-commerce to display the product. Let's see how we made the t-shirt. So if I start from scratch, if we go in our art gallery, the graphic browser, you can see if we don't have what we need, we have a button up here, Generate Graphic. That will open this pop-up where we can simply prompt our graphic. And the graphics produced here are vector-based, which means they can be colored and edited as we need them. If I just put flame logo, and in this case I want it in just 2 colors, so I can adjust the number of colors here, and then we say generate vector. This takes a few seconds to do, and we should get some kind of flame symbol in just 2 colors. The generation uses the color palette that we already have selected. So here's our flame. We can choose to accept this or generate a new one. I think it's good enough for demonstration. So we can either save it to our assets, which can quickly get filled up with generations, or we can just use the graphic immediately. And this is a good idea if you're generating a lot of different graphics. You may just want to use them directly and not save them. So I'm going to press Use Graphic, and you can see we enter into placement mode where I can choose where it's going to go. And it's already keyed to the colors from our palette, so it has color 1 so and under colorize, but we can say use color 2 and color 3, and then we have more contrast. If I want to produce the image we had in the start, I can now just begin to change my palette, and I can search for particular Pantone colors. So that was the color I used for the background. And then the gray we want to be yellow, I think. There it is. And actually, we could just keep that red. Looks quite nice. I just have to add my text. And if you remember from an earlier tutorial, this text was actually produced in the Font Studio, so this is also AI generated. Let's just choose our font, Square Font, if you remember from an earlier tutorial, and we can either change the text. If we want a specific size, we can change the text size here, or we can just scale if we want to work more visually. And there we have our design. If we want to make it exactly the same, we could just change the orange to a lavender color, and there you go. And quickly, we've recreated the design without having any assets. So that's just some of the AI features. And now I can visualize that. And this time I'll make a product image. And this is basically a free prompt. We can write anything we like here. So it's pre-filled with a suggestion. Let's just press that. And it'll create an image we could use in e-commerce or in a proposal. Just takes a few seconds, and there we have it, all ready for our web shop or wherever we need it. If you click on the photo, you get a larger version of the same thing. So this both speeds up the process, but it's also a very useful tool to visualize our design while we're working.